Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to Wizdom Dropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom. It's Savvy Cat Astrology. My name is TONIA, and today we are discussing the new moon, very powerful in Cancer, that is happening this July 9th of 2021, specifically for you cardinal signs. So the signs being Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and of course, Cancer. These are the signs, the four signs that are going to be the most impacted in feeling this new moon at the deepest level. So there's going to be prominent energy for y'all the next month at minimum that's manifesting in a powerful, potent, elevated way because this is in angular houses. So this video is to help promote my astrology school program, which is starting this Sunday, full launch like a rocket, y'all. So be there or be square if you're meant to be, because it is for people who are looking to advance their skills at a fairly rapid, let's say brisk rate with a lot of support on an ongoing basis. 26 weeks of live interactive coaching. The link to enroll is down below, baby. Email me if you got questions. I'll be happy to get back to you. Mwah. Now, I'm going to start with the Cancers, and then I'm going to jump around. I'll share my screen. If you're new here, welcome. You can subscribe. I put up a video every single day. Everybody who likes this video, that's literally where it's at. Thank you for that support, big time, because it helps the channel grow and get the information out. So let's rock and roll. Now, the angular houses are super duper, uber duper important, okay? Like for real important. So just for the sake, you know what? I know I said I'm going to start with Cancer, but literally just for the sake of education, we're going to start this puppy with Capricorn because we're actually closer to that ascendant and you can see it on the ascendant. Hopefully. Wait, I learned that's not the case. You can't see what I just did. That sucks. You're going to have to use your mind and follow along. So point being, Capricorn, you see this earth-based sign here where it says Capricorn, if you know your glyph, and opposing it where you see the new moon, there's that moon looking glyph and there's the sun looking glyph at 18 degrees of Cancer, right? That's where it's officially happening. That's where the divine mother, the moon, and the divine father are conjuncting. They're getting their groove on. So from the perspective of Capricorn's ascendant, this is the 7th house. And as I say, the angular houses are activated for cardinal signs. The angular houses are the 1st, the 7th, the 4th, and the 10th. These are the 90-degree angles in a sphere or in a circle. This constitutes the foundation or the structure. It's like the foundation of a building to one's natal chart. So therefore, as a Capricorn ascendant, sun or moon, based on no matter which degree your ascendant is in, this is in your 1st and 7th house by whole sign astrology. You can read Placidus, that's groovy and all that, and a bag of chips, but at the end of the day, you got to honor the ancient way. They knew what they were talking about when it came to a lot of core things, such as house systems. And we do, yes, use both because we are wise and savvy cats, after all. Bum, bum, bum. New beginnings for you, Capricorn, in the 7th house equates to a destined life partner. Capricorn, this is not an exaggeration. It does happen at an annual level of regularity. You know, every year, in other words, you get a new moon in your 7th house. Every year you have an opportunity to, sorry, my cats were like about to knock over my light and it was going to be very dangerous for everything. You can have a new opportunity to gain a new life partner who you're meant to be with for the long haul, because the 7th house is the house of marriage and the 7th house is the house of long-term partnership and business collaboration as well. And any kind of union and like official like merging of another's resources or even really good friends, this is also seen in the 7th house. However you engage with people is in your 7th house, Capricorn. So this is a powerful, potent new moon for you to manifest and actualize your relationships, to manifest and actualize in terms of a life partner or somebody who's like actually serious for you in some way, and or changing your relationships and how you've dealt with everybody and in general, just like literally resetting how you approach the idea of partnership, and like really coming to it with like a new level of like purity and cleansing, because Cancer needs that at a high level. Cancer energy is purity and cleansing, and because the moon is happening in the sign of its own planet, right? Like Cancer, the moon is the moon is the ruler of Cancer, in other words, y'all. So it's like making it more potent for you. So this is going to be like a purity, a cleansing, a goddess energy, a really like beautiful, emotionally centered relationship. This is like a relationship that's going to feel like the energy of it is just right, you know what I mean? So it's just gonna feel like the energy is right in a really probably odd kind of way, depending on you know, what you've previously experienced. So anyway, that's that. And moving right along, we're gonna move on to, let's just do Cancers then, because I said you were going to go first and now you're back. So Cancer people, this is your new moon, and you're going to be all about the new beginning of emotion, the new beginning of you. This is you. You get one of these new moons a year, and you're ruled by the moon. So when you have a new moon, it's like a potent new moon, and it's in the first house, which the first house in astrology, angular house, is all about the self. So we just got done talking about Capricorn, where this new moon is happening in the context of relationship, right? And other people. But in terms of you, Cancer, this is your first house. So this is your new moon for your life, yourself, your identity, how you want to meet the world. And it's also about you getting real with your emotional set point. Ask yourself, Cancer, where am I setting my emotional set point? Like, where is my baseline? Like, where's my jumping off point? Where's my trampoline point that I'm like jumping from? Am I elevating it, you know, up and down at this caliber range, or am I at this level, or am I at that level? And that's what Capricorn is experiencing in the concept of relationship, because it's their seventh house. But for you, this is your first house. So it's everything to do with you. So literally everything in your life, Cancer, could be dramatically transformed. It's a beautiful time for you to cleanse and purify. As you can see here, the moon is experiencing a harmonious aspect, but that's not what I'm talking about in this video, y'all. That's not what I'm talking about in this video. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, yada, yada, yada. And if you're interested in learning astrology, for real, link to register yourself in astrology school down below. Now, let's move on to Aries. I don't know why that song is stuck in my head, but it just seems so apropos for Aries. So Aries, yo, this is happening in your home. The new moon is in your fourth house from your Aries ascendant sun or moon point. Okay. Now, with that said, Aries, this is the new moon, new beginning, the divine mother, the moon, the divine father, the sun, yoking together to make a little bit, a little energetic, you know what I'm saying? Celestial download. And this is your energy baby, and this is in the fourth house, and that is the house of house and home and privacy and the shell. So like, be in your shell, be in your nourished vibe, be in your protected little cave, in whatever way that is for you, Aries. And sometimes the fourth house is the reflection of one's innermost psyche. It's not sometimes, it's all the time. But like, you see that in a chart. P.S. Link to enroll yourself in astrology school is down below. Just saying. And this is where you get the information of your core subconscious self at like a deeper level. Oh yeah, we start on the 11th. If you didn't know that, it's in a couple days. So yeah, anyway, it's like that. It's knowing your true core self at like a deeper level. And so this new moon for you, even though it's in the fourth house, it's not the house of you per se. It is, because it's about your core root of who you are and where you come from. So just take that into account, Aries. Enjoy the new beginning. It's going to be fun. And you have to be true to your innermost truth. Like, and you can read this from your Aries house too, FYI. Moving right along. Last but you ain't least, Libra. Libra people, you're going to be feeling this a lot. And this is in the context of how you manifest and show up in the world and what you're known for. Your public image, how people know you. The 10th house. Remember, we're talking about the angular houses today, boys and girls and gender neutral people in the room. Okay. P.S. Subscribe if you're new here and enroll thyself in astrology school. And if you're listening to this whole video and giggling because it's the 20th time I said that, I'm realizing that people don't always hear me at the beginning. Boom. Now, with this said, Libra, this is your 10th house. You're like, you know, what people know you for, your legacy. How are you remembered when it's all said and done? What are you known for? And what is it and who is it and how is it that you grow into this life, Libra? Because the 10th house is the most positive public house. Not to say positive public, that would be like the 11th if we're doing an intersectionality of both positivity and public, right? Because the 11th is still very public. However, the 10th house is the most public house. And so when you have positive changes there, it shows in the most public way because it's the most public house. So just remember that when you have changes, Libra, when the job changes up all of a sudden, when you go through some new beginning that's like what literally just happened, when you go through some like change in how people even know you, the profession, the field you want to follow, what you're known for, what things people use your name in the context around, like what keywords, just remember that that change is there to help bring you into a newer, more pure, more true version of you at a public level. So congratulations in advance for whatever that is. And if and when you have intuitive downloads, Libra, regarding this very topic that I just spoke on, career, legacy, public image that you're accomplishing over the fullness of a lifetime, 10th house, cusp baby, 10th house, then just remember it's going to be intuitive, and remember that that intuition is true. Remember that intuition is the GPS in the situation. All of y'all's Cardinal, Mother Chakra, beautiful people need to follow your inner intuition right now. Everybody do, but especially you, because this is the four core houses of any given chart. The angular houses to recap. Everybody enroll thyself in astrology school if you're still here and nerding out with me, just like this is the best thing in the world, because we start on the 11th, which is this Sunday, and I'm not going to be talking about it much after then until the next cycle of enrollment, which is like 6 months away. So if you're into it, like, don't be a slacker, get your act together. Moving on. This is going to be a very like potent energy for anybody with cardinal energy. I'm summarizing now. The angular houses are, again, okay, the 1st, the 7th, the 4th, and the 10th. The angular houses of a chart constitute the foundation, the bones, the fundamental structure on every other thing in the lifetime of the soul. And if you understand the cardinal, if you understand the angular houses, then which actually have an affinity with cardinal signs, right? Because this initiatory, this elevated, like eager, kind of accomplishing, kind of like let's go and get it force. It's the force of a direction. It's a force of taking off. The cardinal energy is initiation, yes? So the angular houses, these are going to be the points in the chart that are most aligned with what you're here to do, with what life is, with just the way energy flows. It's almost like those are the core, like they roar off in these directions, these angular houses. The 1st house is self and everything to do with it. The 7th opposing it is all about others. Makes sense. Everything to go with it. Marriage, union, partnership, friendships. The 4th is identity at a deeper level of your core, where you come from and what you inherited, what came to you. On the flip side of that, boom, to the 10th is what you leave behind. It's the top of your family tree, the top of your legacy, and who you come into in the fullness of life. I just gave y'all so much astrological downloads. For those of you who are actually here listening to this, you're serious students because you want to know this stuff at a deeper level. You're the kind of people I enjoy working with. You already know where to click. And thank you very much for everybody who chooses to like, comment, and otherwise support this channel. Yeah, baby. Yo. Time to go breathe. With that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.